Daniel and his friends Azariah, Hananiah and Mishael were young Jewish men taken captive and brought to Babylon by King Nebuchadnezzar. The four were chosen for their intelligence and beauty to be trained in the Babylonian court. Daniel was made ruler over the entire province of Babylon and was in charge of all its wise men. Daniel chapter 2 verse 48. They were given new names. Daniel, the name of Belteshazzar; Hananiah, of Shadrach; Mishael, of Meshach; and Azariah, of Abednego. Despite being in a foreign land, Daniel and his friends remained faithful to their religious beliefs and continued to pray to the God of Israel. When King Nebuchadnezzar commanded everyone to bow down and worship a golden statue he had erected, they refused to do so because it went against their beliefs. When Nebuchadnezzar found out about their disobedience, he was furious and ordered Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego to be thrown into a fiery furnace. The question is, where was Daniel? There is no definitive answer, only speculations. The incinerator was so hot that the men who threw them in were killed instantly from the extreme heat. But to everyone's amazement, when the king looked into the furnace, he saw not just the three men but a fourth figure walking with him, and he looked like the Son of God. Miraculously, they emerged unharmed, as God protected them from the flames. Nebuchadnezzar was astonished by what he saw and called for the men to come out of the furnace. Even their clothes were not scorched by the flames, and not even the smell of smoke was on them. Nebuchadnezzar praised their God and decreed that no one could say anything against their God, or they would be torn limb from limb. This story illustrates the power of faith and the protection that God provides for those who trust in Him. Despite facing trials and challenges, Daniel's friends remained steadfast in their faith and devotion to God. This story reminds us of the power of prayer, even in the face of adversity. His friends were willing to face death rather than compromise their beliefs, and God rewarded their faithfulness by delivering them from the fiery furnace. The biblical story of the fiery furnace is a compelling narrative that showcases courage, faith, courage, and the protection of God in the face of adversity. Despite facing a fiery furnace, they remained steadfast in their devotion to God, trusting that He would protect them at all costs. When faced with the ultimate test of their faith, these young men did not waver. And because of their unwavering trust in God, He delivered them from the fiery furnace, not even allowing the flames to touch them. We are all reminded that, no matter what trials or challenges we may face, God is always with us. Like these young men, may we find strength in our faith and trust that God's protection is always with us and divine intervention even amid life's fiercest trials. Just as He was with Daniel's friends in the fiery furnace, He is with us in our fiery trials. He is our protector, our strength, and our refuge in times of trouble. Let us be inspired by the faith and courage of these young men. Let us be bold in our convictions, trusting in God's unwavering presence and protection. And let us always remember that no matter how hot the fires may rage around us, we can take comfort in the knowledge that we serve a God who can deliver us from them. May we find strength and encouragement in this story, and may it serve as a beacon of hope and inspiration for us as we face our trials and tribulations.